A very good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to another reaction video in this amazing YouTube channel that goes by the name Maxwell Lumumba Africa. For those who are coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, I do reaction videos, especially to the videos that have been posted in public domain. Like today, I'm going to discuss about, can you be arrested for hosting a YouTuber in Kenya? I'm going to give us a full analysis of the Marwa family drama, because right now as I'm speaking, Mama Ann was arrested and she's released. Then Ann, she's still in police custody. Ladies and gentlemen, for those who have not subscribed to this amazing YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, and share this video to other individuals. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that any day, anytime I post any video, you people get notified and watch my videos from the beginning up to the end without skipping those ads. Show love to this YouTube channel. Let us like my old videos. I also have a backup YouTube channel that goes by the name Vibe with Lumumba. Let us subscribe to that YouTube channel. Let us make it monetized, because so far we have already reached the watching hours. The only thing that is remaining is the subscribers. Let us push for the subscription so that we change life. You know, the more we watch content creators, the more income it becomes generated. And today we are discussing one of the most controversial stories currently spreading across African YouTube street, a story involving online criticism, police arrest, fear, influence, family loyalty, YouTube fame, and a Nigerian reactor known as Coco Mama. So a lot of things have been said. I saw a lot of reactors reacting that Coco Mama, she's in Kenya. She has interacted with various people. I saw her with Eliza. I saw her with Percy. I saw her with Masubawan. I saw her with Kate Sigano. I saw her with Aggie. I saw her with Aunt Jani. I saw her with Kohera Senior. So people online are asking serious questions. Can someone really be arrested because of YouTube drama? Can somebody be arrested for simply hosting another content creator? Can criticism of a public figure become a police issue? And is online fame belonging to creators' fear and intimidation in the village? Today, we are going to analyze this entire situation carefully, deeply, and honestly. This video is a commentary and public discussion based on conversations that already happened online. This is not a court judgment. Only a court of law can determine criminal responsibility. But as citizens, viewers, and content consumers, people have the right to ask questions. And today we are going to ask those questions. One thing we must understand is that YouTube has completely changed African villages. Look the way YouTube is doing in Nyabuhanse village. It is changing lives. That is one of the most, like in Nyabuhanse village, the source, actually number one source of income comes from content creation, and that is YouTube. That is number one. Then agriculture comes second, because in the villages the rate of unemployment is very high. Now we can see villages like Nyabuhanse, how it is growing. So years ago, villages were controlled mainly by elders, chiefs, local businessmen, and politicians. But today, social media has introduced a completely new form of power. And a content creator can become globally famous while still living in a rural village. We have seen that. I don't want to name some names that have become so famous by living in a village life, some of them doing some village content, and that is what is going on. So subscribers from United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, German, Qatar, and many other countries can suddenly begin funding projects, building houses, donating money, and supporting families online. That is what we have been seeing happening in Yabuhanse village. And when that happens, influencers or influence changes everything. The moment money, fame, loyal subscribers enter a village, relationship begins changing. So supporters become emotionally attached to a village setup. Critics begin reacting daily. Fans begin defending creators aggressively, and suddenly ordinary families disagreement become international online drama. This is exactly why this story has become so explosive online, because many people are now debating whether online influence is beginning to affect how people are treated in a real life. Now, let us talk about the biggest issue now, the arrests. According to a report, Mama Ann and Aunt's Journey were reportedly arrested after hosting Coco Mama, a Nigerian creator or a Nigerian reactor associated with criticism and reactions involving in Marwa's family. We have a lot of reactors in Kenya, globally, that react to the same family. Yeah? We have them, we know them, and funny thing about reaction, yeah, they are trying to expose the evil acts, the evil deeds of this specific family. Yeah? And I don't want to drag myself to that, because for those who know, now 6 days remaining, yeah, because for me I was given an ultimatum, yeah, of 7 days, that is a week, so that I can resist doing videos about the same family. And I said this, I'm not going to relent in any way. I don't take threats and intimidation. That is good thing about me. Those are just hot airs. Those are just, yeah, you want to make yourself superior, but your superiority cannot outshine me. So Mama Ann was later released, while Ann reportedly remained behind. Online viewers, I know, they have already immediately began to ask numerous questions. What exactly were the charges? Was a law broken? Was there trespassing? Was there violence? Was there harassing? Or was this simply a case of online conflict entering the real life? We saw Masubo and Coco Mama going through navigating the village to different places. There is nowhere in those videos we have seen them trespassing or doing something that is evil. So those are the questions that a lot of people are asking, and this is where things become so sensitive, because in a democratic country like Kenya, police are expected to act according to the law, evidence, and procedure, not emotions, not popularity, not YouTube influence, not fan pressure. You know, police of Kenya, they are so much respected. So that is why even some of them were taken to Haiti. A contingent of policemen were taken to policemen, because police force of Kenya, they are so much respected. So police power is supposed to follow legal procedure. Now, to be fair, police can legally investigate complaints involving harassment, threats, cyberbullying, disturbance, trespassing, incitement, or public disorder. That is true, but many online viewers are saying this situation does not appear clear, because it is now becoming that these people are arrested because of hosting Coco Mama, and I'll be bringing these on. So people are asking, was there an official complaint filed? Were proper charges presented? Was there a legal basis for detention, or was this simply intimidation connected to YouTube drama? And what I really suspect, this is intimidation because of YouTube drama. Again, these are public questions being discussed online. Now, let us discuss the issue of hosting somebody, because this is where the debate becomes even bigger. Many viewers are asking, can somebody be arrested simply because they hosted a visitor, especially if that visitor did not trespass on private land, did not commit violence, and was simply moving around freely? So people online are debating whether hosting controversial reactors should ever become criminal matter. And remember, when I'm talking about a controversial reactor, I'm not speaking that this reactor is being searched with other countries or what. There is something that we call YouTube drama, Nyabuhanse YouTube drama, especially when you get reactors speaking about a specific family. And that is why emotions online are becoming very strong, because many viewers feel that this situation creates fear that criticizing certain creators may bring consequences beyond social media. And this will lead to fear that visiting certain places may become very dangerous if online politics are involved. Now, people who are seated, maybe the subscribers who are watching, they will be asking themselves, is Kenya not a free country? Does Kenya not have laws that protects visitors? So anybody can be arrested in Kenya? Those are the same questions that a lot of people are really asking, and they need answers. And let me say this: fear that YouTube conflicts are now entering the real life is overwhelming. And now, let us talk about Coco Mama before I bring and join the dots to this entire situation. So, Coco Mama is a very active reactor from Nigeria who became associated with criticism and reactions connected to the Marwa family. Online discussions suggest some people wanted information about her whereabouts. Reports say that Eliza was called because Eliza, she's the one who received Coco Mama once she landed in Kenya. They spent like 2 nights in Nairobi. Then they traveled to Nyabuhanse village where they took some 2 days again. Then they left to another destination. I know the destination where they left to, and I'm not going to reveal that on camera for their own good. So that is how their itinerary, and expectation is that she might be flying out of the country. Anytime this week, she might be leaving the country. So that is how the itinerary is. I don't want to expose where they are because Eliza herself has been called. Even some of them were like baiting her to reveal where they are so that they can take some action. Yeah. And let me say this: online discussion suggests that people wanted information about them, but many viewers online are asking, why should people be pressured to produce another adult person? Because when Mama Ann and Ann were arrested, the condition that they were given is they are supposed to produce Coco Mama. So that is the question creating controversy, because if somebody is not physically present, how can another person be forced to produce another? Or how can another person be arrested so as this other person can bring himself or herself to the police, then to be put in the custody, and there is no charges? So that is the debate that many people online are having right now. This reminds me about Gintu. There is a time when Gintu, they were having some up and down about electrification, yeah, because there is something happened with one of the people who works with Kenya Power. Then this individual went to report Gintu to the police station. So when the policemen came, they found Gintu is not there, so they had to arrest a breastfeeding mother, leaving behind the child, so as Gintu to actually to produce himself in the police so that to be arrested. I don't know. Does Kenya law allow that you can arrest somebody because of someone? Let's say I do a mistake, my brother gets arrested because of my mistake. Yeah, that is stupidity of the highest order. You are not supposed to arrest. And you know, funny thing, and I'll be just talking directly, you want to arrest a content creator, and yet we have another free man here who unalived Mayani, who is walking freely without. So does that bring logic? Yeah, somebody who unalived somebody is free, then somebody who has not done anything, because in YouTube there is something that we call fair use. Yeah, like me, I react on videos that are there in public domain, and I told Marwa, when you give me 1 week to stop reacting to you, I also give you 1 week to stop posting. If you don't post, I won't react on you. But if you post, I'll react. If people post about things that are going on in the village, I have to post. Like now, I have not reacted on you, but I'm posting. Yeah. So reaction continue. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. There is one thing that people don't realize, and this is an important that many viewers are discussing, is timing. Content creators do not always upload videos immediately. Sometimes videos are recorded today and uploaded 3 days later, and that is what people do. Like me, that is what I do, unless it is a reaction, and I usually don't say where I am. And if I say where I am, that means I'm not there, I'm in another place. You know, I'm like a local tourist. Yeah, I'm like a local tourist. So I might be today here. I don't stay in a place for more than 2 days. Yeah, I can't stay in a place for more than 2 days. Yeah, like this week alone, I've gone to more than 10 towns in Kenya. And that's the reality, yeah. Even right now, that is why my background, yeah, keeps on changing. And let me say this, yeah. Very soon, we'll be embarking to full reaction. You wake up, Maxwell is there with a reaction video. You sleep, Maxwell is there with a reaction video. Even, I'll go ahead and combine 2 YouTube channels. Then I do reaction continuous. So sometimes, creators leave locations before posting content, and that is what a lot of us do. And let me say this, so many viewers are saying assumptions based on upload timing, and many may not always reflect realities. So the last video that Coco Mama was in, she did a video, she went and visited Koera Senior. My question is, why do you want to intimidate a visitor, and yet we have so many reactors in the YouTube street? And I know there are some YouTubers who are very fearless. They don't like jokes. You cannot tell me that you're going to arrest somebody without having evidence or without having, yeah, for those who understand, they understand. So many viewers are saying assumptions based on upload timing may not always reflect the reality. That is another important point in the entire discussion. And let us now talk about public perception. Whether something is legal or not, public perception really matters. And online, many people now feel that this situation sends a message of intimidation because some viewers are saying if people can be arrested over YouTube disagreement, then criticism is becoming so dangerous. Others are saying these creators fear among smaller creators and reactors. So others are saying these may discourage visitors or international creators from collaborating freely. Again, these are public reactions online. Now, let us discuss about the issue of the house built through subscriber support that Marwa himself claims to be the pioneer behind the building it. So, and this is another emotional topic. Many online viewers believe subscribers are the ones who supported, helped build some family project, and that is Mama Ann's house. And because of that, some people feel that no individual should claim total control over who visits certain homes. Others disagree and say families still maintain personal rights over their homes and relationships, and that is what should be happening. So that debate has become extremely emotional online, but one thing is certain, yeah, subscribers today hold enormous power. Let me say this. I should tell people this, yeah. Marwa does not use his money. He uses subscribers' money. Look at Grandma's project. What is happening there? Nothing. Are you aware the likes of these two boys, Brian and Masigeso, there is a time they would never went to school because of lack of fees. It is like this month, yeah, this month that we are in. Are you aware of the condition that the grandma now she's living? When you claim that you're helping people, help people with one heart. Yeah. Building somebody's house is not a life-changing thing, yeah. There is a difference between changing somebody's life and building somebody's house. In Africa setup, we were brought up yeah, with mud houses. That is our tradition. And when we are sleeping in our mud house, we are very peaceful. We enjoy sleeping there. That is our tradition. Never criticize somebody because the individual is living in a mud house. We should not, because that is our tradition, that is our culture, and that is what we are happy of. So you building somebody a house, that is not a life-changing thing, because at the end of the day, there is something that we call basic need. Once you have shelter, irrespective of what kind of shelter, if it is down the tree, in a bungalow, even some people, they have started even living in a lavished vehicles. Irrespective of that, at the end of the day, somebody will ask, were you having a roof on top of your head? So let us keep the cultures, let us not speak something. So I was talking about this house. So Marwa is positioning himself as somebody who actually built the house, but this money, the entire thing, came from the subscriber. But one thing that I have to tell us, without subscribers, nothing could be happening. There are no views, no ad revenue, no sponsorship, no fame, and no influence without subscribers. So subscribers are the one who build that house. Subscribers are the one who can build creators. Subscribers can destroy creators too. Like now, I'll be telling us why I think all this thing is about subscribers. Even the arrest, there is a possibility the arrest was made, or it was instructed by some stupid subscribers. So subscribers can also create tribal online communities where criticism become personal warfare, and that is what makes the modern YouTube culture dangerous sometimes. So especially in Africa, when internet fame is still relatively new in many rural areas. So now let us talk about international perception, because today Africa content is being watched globally. People from United States, United Kingdom, Qatar, Canada, Australia, Germany, and many other countries watch African creators every day. Even me, I was checking, where do most of these my subscribers come from? I see where they come from. So many people love African video, and something that actually keeps me motivated is that even Kenya is not amongst. Kenya is my country, my beautiful country, but it is not amongst the audience that watch me. It is not amongst them. So this tells us that in YouTube streets, we not only do creation for our fellow countrymen, countrywomen to watch, but also the global audience can still watch our content. So many people love African content because it feels authentic. It is called authentic. It feels peaceful, cultural, and inspiring. In Vibe with the Lumumba YouTube channel, I usually tell people, look, the way Africa is very beautiful, because if you look at Africa, you realize a lot of things. Africa is green. Africa has unique environment. Africa is a cool place. Temperatures, everything is so nice. But when online viewers begin hearing stories involving arrest connected to YouTube drama, some begin questioning what is really happening behind the scene. So that is it. And again, this does not mean Kenya is unsafe. Kenya is a very, very, very peaceful country. Kenya remains one of the African biggest digital and tourism destinations. For those who know about Kenya, Kenya is a proud country, but public image online spreads very quickly, especially Nyabuhanse village is tarnishing the image of Kenya. Kenya is a good country. Yeah, for those who know, that is why a lot of people like Coco Mama came to see the beautiful of Kenya, came to see how does this Nyabuhanse village looks like, because we have been seeing it on camera, because they even know how everybody's house is. So, but public image and the perception matters in the internet era. Now let us discuss about something very important. The difference between social media courts and real courts, because in Nyabuhanse village, we have what we call the YouTube judicial court or system, where every case is being filed in YouTube page or in YouTube, where in YouTube itself, then judgments are being made there. We have seen a lot of things happening in Nyabuhanse, and the end result is that everything is being shown on camera, and that is the end of it. Like Mayani's issue, it was something like camera judicial system, and that was the end of it. Like what has been happening in the village, yeah, drama, the domestic violence drama is like a YouTube thing, then everything ends through YouTube. So today's social media behaves like a courtroom. People investigate clips, fans analyze live stream, reactors create narratives. So supporters defend their favorite creators aggressively. A lot of things have been happening in this YouTube street this week. Yeah, even some of us, we found ourselves, our name in this YouTube street. Yeah. And we have to defend ourselves. We have to talk vigilantly. So supporters, they come, defend who they think is the best for them, and accusations spread instantly. But real justice is supposed to happen differently. Real justice requires evidence, formal charges, legal procedures, representations, and actual courts, not live stream emotions. Because I've seen a lot of creators come online to say, like on Sunday, a lot of things were said from different reactors. Saturday and Sunday, yeah. Others, I don't know, subscribers are evil. Subscribers are, I don't know, dramatic. This, that is, I don't know what, this, what. Let us leave professionalism. YouTube drama is for YouTubers. Let us leave out professionalism. Let me say this. We should not bring these YouTube things, actually sort these things. The way I was saying, no live stream emotions, no subscribers anger, not online pressure. That is why many people are now calling for calm, fairness, and transparency in situations involving creators and authorities. Let us not use authorities, the policemen, because if internet wars begin turning into police matters too quickly, society enters a dangerous place. Now, let me bring this and say this clearly. Public figures everywhere in the world face criticism. Politicians face criticism. Celebrities face criticism. Musicians face criticism. So influencers face it too. So that is the part of public life. Yeah, that is it. Public life is there to be there. If you want your life to be private, stop posting. So criticism may sometimes feel unfair, harsh, or emotional, but criticism alone should not automatically become criminality unless actual laws are broken. That is why this situation is generated so much debate, only because many people are now trying to understand where the line exists between criticism, harassment, freedom of speech, and intimidation. And honestly, that conversation is becoming more important every year in the digital space. Let me say this. When it comes to police force. And let me be very clear. In Yabuhanse village, a family is positioning itself that it has money, it has influence. They are now trying to bribe the officer so that they can intimidate the villagers. Like this arrest that has been done. This is unlawful arrest without charges, arrest because you're being arrested to produce somebody. And in Kenya, we have different departments. If they think Coco Mama is a threat, why can't they engage the DCI? Because they're the people who can track down everything and bring her on board. Why don't engage them? Why do you want to intimidate a family? Unlawful. And honestly, because some people are discussing online is fear inside families and communities. So some viewers calmly certain individuals are now hiding or avoiding visibility because they are becoming target in online conflicts. And that is what is happening. People don't walk freely, whether true or exaggerated. That perception alone shows how emotional, intense internet culture has become. So, social media no longer stays online today. It affects families, friendship, villages, mental health, businesses, and even the police interaction. That is the reality of the modern internet world. Nyabohanse, to be specific, it becoming something else, and this situation should teach creators something very important. Fame is powerful, but influence must be handled responsibly. I've seen a lot of people telling me that, Max, you need to get your own content. Let me ask them, who told you that when I'm reacting on somebody, that is not my own content? That is my own content. That is the content that is coming out of my mouth, and that is the reality about public figure. And let me say this. Look at my history when it comes to content creation. I did not wake up one morning and started doing content creation. I did not wake up one morning and I became a reactor. I started from somewhere, and that tells you a lot of things. Yeah, you will never convince me going back. Do you want me to go and do walking videos and you stop watching me? Reaction, continual reaction has to, you do what gives you money. I came on camera and said, if you're willing to pay me to stop reaction, I'll leave it. You pay me every month the same amount of money that YouTube pays me. At the end of the day, YouTube is helping me for sustainability, and that's the reality. The goodness is that I don't come to the YouTube street and abuse somebody. Even though I saw somebody with a melon head from Uganda, that is Omaji. The head contains a lot of water. A watermelon head, yeah? For those who understand the shape and the way watermelon looks like. That is the same shape of that stupid man from that other side, yeah? And let me say this. Because online supporters have become emotionally invested, situation can escalate quickly, so very quickly. And now, as we conclude the discussion, let us remember one important thing. The internet should remain a place for discussion, debate, commentary, reaction, and even disagreement. People will support creators, others will criticize the creators. That is normal in a public life, but fear, intimidation, and emotional warfare should never replace fairness, law, and the due process. This entire situation has opened a bigger conversation across African YouTube, a conversation about power, a conversation about influence, a conversation about freedom of expression, and a conversation about circulating about what we call far online conflict should not go before authorities become involved. And at the end of the day, viewers around the world are watching closely, and many people simply want fairness, clarity, and peace. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more deep analysis video discussing African YouTube culture, freedom of speech, digital influence, and online society, together with support my other YouTube channel, that is Vibe with Lumumba, VIBE, and let us know your opinion in the comment sections below. Stay tuned. Blessed Tuesday. Goodbye.